Welcome to another tutorial about how to manage your school's WordPress site. My name is Chris Maurer. Today we're going to be talking about how to manage your different pages on your website. This includes the differences between your page name and your page templates, and in general how your page templates function. So to begin, we need to go to the login page. If you remember how to do that, we come up here to this URL, schools.graniteschools.org/fíjese/wp-admin or wp-login.php. Either one will work. And you will want to change the word fíjese with the school name of your choice. Fíjese is just a demo site that I'll be using for the sake of this tutorial. So go ahead and go to your login screen and log in. I will be using the demo account named Darren Deeds. It's a fun name to say. And once you log in, you will come to the dashboard for your website. It gives you a brief overview of what's going on. Over here to the left, we have our admin navigation. Notice that if you hover over any of these items in the navigation, that a submenu displays. This will give you the different options. A lot of times you'll click the main menu here, and if you do that, it will automatically take you to the first option in your submenu. Let's go to Pages. Over here to Pages, hover over that and click All Pages. Which brings up a listing of the different pages we have on our site. Now, your website may not have all of these pages. That's okay. These are just some ones I've set up for the demo site purposes. For your school, I've set up a number of pages that in general are used by all schools. Feel free to do whatever you want to these, add to them, delete them, rename them. It doesn't really matter. It's your website. Feel free to do what you wish. So what we're looking at right here is a listing of all the different pages on this website. What we see is the page name. The page name is about our school. Archives is the page name. Blog is the page name. To see what page template we're using, there are two ways to do that. We can log into the page itself, go in there, we can click the page name or the edit here to view the content, or we can click this quick edit. Let's go down to the Contact Us page and click quick edit. You'll notice that the title of the page is Contact Us. The slug is Contact Us, all lowercase with a hyphen. The slug is basically the URL friendly version of your page. If we come up here to the school website name in this black bar and right click and click open link in new tab, we'll open up our website in a new tab here, make it easier for us to navigate back and forth. And let's go to the Contact Us page. That slug is this right here. It shows up in the URL. So, the slug is Contact Us. This is the date it was published, the person who wrote or published the page. We also have the parent. We'll be getting into what that parent means in just a bit. You can ignore the order box. You're never going to need to do anything with that. And your template. Here we go. The template page, if we click this, you'll see that we have a number of different options. We have the default, the archive, the blog, and the news archive. To understand what these templates do, let's take a look at what is actually in a page. So I'm going to cancel the quick edit, and I'm going to click into the Contact Us page. Now that the page is loaded, let's go ahead and look through the different elements of the page. We are on the edit page for Contact Us. This is where we enter in the page title. You can enter in anything you want or change it. It doesn't really matter. Right here, this permalink, that is the link to your actual page. If you want to edit the slug for your page, you can click Edit right there. And notice you can change it from Contact Us to Polywana Cracker or something. Whatever it is, try to make it descriptive. I usually leave it the name of the page. Down below that, we have the body area. This is where we enter in content for the page. Notice that we have this visual tab in this and this text tab I'm on the text tab. This allows me to write in HTML or whatever I want. If you don't know that, do not worry. Yours will probably default here to the visual tab. The visual tab is what's called a WYSIWYG editor. In other words, what you see is what you get. So it will interpret what you are typing to the best of its ability into code for you, and you won't ever have to really worry about that. Your Contact Us page, you might see this yellow box right here. This yellow box is a Google map that I have embedded to your school. You can delete that if you want, or just run with it. That's cool too. So, over here to the right, bring your attention to the Page Attributes box. This Page Attributes box allows you to assign the template for the page. Notice again that the template is set to the default template. What does that mean? Basically, the default template tells your website to display whatever you have over here in your content area. So whatever I've typed or whatever I have embedded here on the contact page, as long as the template is set to default template, this right here is what is going to display on the Contact Us page. So notice I have, do you have any questions, concerns, or just want to chat? Then I have phone number, a fax number, the address, and the Google map that's been embedded. If I come over here to the Contact Us page, notice I'm on the Contact Us page, you will see that same content in this content area. That's the map. That's what the default page template does. It says whatever I have in the content area display on the website. Most of your pages will use the default page template. Now let's move to another page template and talk about that. Let's go back to all pages. Let's click into the blog page. Notice on your blog page that we have the same basic setup. We are editing the page. The page is blog. This is the page title. Do not confuse the page title with the page template, which in this case also happens to be blog. So the page template is blog, the page title is blog. We could name the page whatever we wanted to. We could name it Ringo. It doesn't really matter what the page is named. You could name it Blog 2.0. The page template is what determines the functionality. The page name that's it. It's the page name. So, clicking into here, let's go ahead and type something. I am going to write, this content area is ignored. If you want to display something on the blog page, go to Posts, Add New, with an exclamation mark for extra effect. So, I'm going to update this. Get a nice little message saying my page has been updated. So, I have written, this content area is ignored. Let's find out if that is true or not. And we are on the blog page template. I'm going to go back over to the front end of the site and click on blog. Notice that what we wrote in there is not displaying on the blog page. Instead, we have all this other content. So where does that other content come from? The blog page template ignores whatever you have written in this content area. Instead, it will look to see if you have anything written in posts. And if you do have something written in posts, it will display it on the blog page in reverse chronological order. So notice here we have Intergalactic Chase captivates millions. Hair goes swoosh. Students create wasp armor. Climber scales giant Idaho potato for extra credit. Red eye tree frog wins staring contest. Notice the dates on these. We have December 11th, 2012. December 11th, 2012. December 10th, December 10th. Looks like we have a lot of December 10th here. I must have been post-happy that day. So it starts with the most recent posts and displays those first. If we come over here to posts and go to all posts, we will see, once it loads, that those are the posts that I have written here. Intergalactic chase captivates millions, hair goes swish, students create wasp armor, etc., etc., etc. These are what displays on the blog page template. So technically speaking, you could create as many pages as you wanted to, name them whatever you want, and assign them all the blog page template. And every single one of those would pull the exact same thing from posts. So you really only need one page assigned to the blog page template. Just to make it easy, I call it the blog page. Let's move on. Your other page template is your news archive page template. Notice here I have a news page. This is just the page name, not the page template. The page template is news archive. The page name is news. Remember, we can name it whatever we want. It's the page template that determines the functionality. Just like the blog page, this content area is also ignored. If you want to add something to the news page, add it via news add new. Let's update that. So let's find out what is going on. Just like the blog page template, the news page template ignores whatever you have written in this content area. Instead, it's going to come over here and say, do I have anything written in the news? If I do have something written in news, I am going to display that instead. Let's find out if we do. Click onto the front end of the site and click News onto the news page. Here we have News Post 3, News Post 2, and News Post 1. Pretty creative. A lot of exciting things going on around here. So if we come back over here and go over to News and click into All News, we will see a listing of the news entries that we have. News Post 3, News Post 2, and News Post 1 in reverse chronological order, just like the blog page template. So the only difference between the blog page template and the news page template is where they get their information from. The blog, once again, pulls from posts, and the news pulls from news. Let's move on to the last page template, which is the archives. The archives page template, if I can find my way around here, the archives page template does its own thing as well. Let's find it. Here we go. I'm going to click into the archives page. Notice that there is nothing written here. I'm going to write that same message. This content area is ignored. The archives page template auto-magically generates a list of all your published content. So notice that the archives page, just the name, is assigned to the archive page template right here. I'm going to update this just to show you that this area is ignored. I can come and click this Preview Changes button, and it will load a new tab and show me what my page is going to look like when it goes live. So notice on this archives page that content that I wrote in there is not displaying. Instead, it is showing me a listing of the content that I have published on my site. Here's a list of the pages. Here's a list of the people who have written something on the site, the months in which something was published, We also have a listing of the recent posts and the categories. That is your archives page template. It automatically generates a listing of everything that's been published on your site. You don't have to do anything to this page. Once you create the archives page and assign it the archives page template, it goes to work for you. You never have to visit it again. Let's review just one more time. The blog page template pulls from posts. The news page template pulls from news. And the archives page template generates a listing of everything that's published on your site. The default page template, which is what most of your pages will be using, displays whatever you have written in the content area. It is the blog page template, the news page template, and the archives page template that ignore the content area. That pretty much sums it up. I just want to show you one last thing. If I come to Pages and All Pages again, go to a listing of the pages, we'll see a listing of the pages. Let's say there's a page here that we don't want. For example, sample page. To remove sample page from our website, all we have to do is come over here and click the trash. That will put it up here in the trash area. I can click into trash and see that sample page is there. I want it gone forever, nuked, out of existence. I'm going to click empty trash and commit to my desire to get this page out of here. Now there I am, back in All Pages. Notice that it's no longer there, and bingo, have a listing of all our pages that are published. Okay, thanks for listening in. Hopefully we learned something today, and if you have any questions, once again, I am available by email. Just send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks.